What is going on, guys? AZ Gaming back to you with another video, and in today's video we're going to be discussing what are possibly the best devices to play Critical Ops or whatever game you might be enjoying. And I kind of knocked a piece of paper over here, but I got some stats in front of me and we will decide what is possibly the best device for gaming on mobile. So, we got a couple iPhones, we got a couple tablets. I'm gonna break down the specs on my tablet, and I will bring in at the end possibly the best tablet you can buy. And let's just get into it. So, we're gonna start off with iPhone 8. It comes with 4.7-inch display, memory of 64 upwards to 256 gigabytes. It does not have an SD slot, and it has 2 gigabytes of RAM, processing frequency of 2.39 gigahertz, and the price tag will range between $699 and $899. So not too bad for an Apple device as far as prices go, and I feel like $239 is possibly the best that we got right now without getting into like really high prices. So let's jump into iPhone 10. It has display of 5.8 inches, memory between 64 and 256 gigabytes. It does not have an SD slot, and it has RAM of 3 gigabytes, processing frequency of 2.39, and the price will range between $999 and $1,149. It all depends on how much memory you want your phone to have. You know, it's not Android. You can just go to Walmart and buy an SD card for 256 gigabytes for like, I don't know, 40 bucks. It's ridiculous, but they'll charge you out the ass for it. I'll do that. So now let's jump into what I think is possibly the best phone for playing mobile games. So let's get into it. This phone goes by name of OnePlus 5T. Honestly, I've never even heard of this phone before researching this video, so let's just jump into the specs behind it. It has a 6-inch display, it has memory of 64 gigabytes or 128 gigabytes. Of course, it's an Android, so it will have an SD slot, so if you don't have enough memory to put all whatever games, whatever photos, videos, music, whatever you want to keep on it, you can always go to Walmart and buy yourself an SD card. It has RAM of 6 GB or 8 gigabytes, processing frequency 2.35 gigahertz, and the price tag on this thing is actually $500, which is actually quite impressive. That is ridiculous. So now let's jump into the tablets. We're gonna start off with iPad Air 2. 9.7-inch display, memory of 16 gigabytes upwards to 128, no SD slot, RAM of 2 gigabytes, and processing frequency of 1.5 gigahertz. That is pitiful. And the price tag on this thing will range between $329 and $429. Now let's jump into the iPad Pro 2nd generation. I really don't know why people like this thing so much. Anyways, it has a 12.9-inch display. It has memory of 64 gigabytes upwards to 512 gigabytes. Of course, it's Apple. They don't have an SD. So it has 400 gigabytes of RAM, processing frequency of 2.29 gigahertz, and the price ranges between $799 and $1,200, which is ridiculous. Now let's jump into the tablet that I use. NVIDIA Shield Tablet K1. They released 2 of them. There was the original NVIDIA Shield tablet, and then there's a K1 that completely priced down because the original came out for like $500. And this one came out for $200, and it's actually just same tablet. It just cut down a lot of things. So let's jump into the display. It comes with 8-inch display, memory of between 8 gigabytes and 64 gigabytes. Of course, it has an SD slot, and in this tablet you can actually buy yourself an SD card that will hold 264 gigabytes, and it will run just perfectly fine. A RAM of 2 gigabytes, processing frequency of 2.2 gigahertz. You can actually buy this tablet on eBay for as low as $64, but on their store it's listed for $200 or $199, whatever you want to choose. Now let's get into possibly the best tablet you can possibly buy. Now, it's not really a tablet, it's more like a PC at your fingertips. It's kind of like a Windows Surface Tab on steroids. Anyways, this tablet goes by Razer Edge Pro. It has a 10-inch display, has memory of 128 gigabytes, and it goes up to 256 gigabytes. It does have an SD. Its RAM is 800 gigabytes, or not 800, 8 gigabytes. It has processing frequency of 3 gigahertz. The price tag on this thing will be $1,299. But the good thing about this thing, you can actually play Steam games. Pretty much any game on the Steam, you can play it just fine. And if you want to spend about $100 more, you can get yourself like a little dock that has controller on it, and you can just enjoy Grand Theft Auto, you can enjoy CSGO, you can enjoy Call of Duty, or whatever game you actually want to play. You can play it on this thing pretty much at max settings. Unless you're talking about like Far Cry, because that game is just way too demanding for this tablet, and you're gonna have to scale it down to maybe medium or low. But nevertheless, it is a tablet that can run Steam games. It is a tablet that can run pretty much anything out there, and it is quite impressive. That's why the tag is $1,300. But nevertheless, you can build yourself a decent PC for like half the price of that, and it will outplay pretty much anything there is on the market. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I was planning on making this video before Christmas so you guys can kind of know. Maybe you guys will make a Christmas present of these. None of these is a sponsored video. I just wanted to do like a video like this. So hopefully you guys found this video interesting. And if you guys did, definitely drop it a like, share with your friends, share it to people who might be looking for devices to play some games on. So definitely this will help them out, because I try to look up, look through some of the best tablets there are, some of the best phones there are, and these are basically the ones I came up with. Actually, Samsung Galaxy did not even show up. I don't know what's going on with that one. Maybe they were dropping the ball, but it didn't really show up. One thing that I did hear a lot about is this OnePlus 5T. It's definitely phone that gives the run for its money. It's ridiculous how, I mean, it's $500. It's a really, really good phone. It looks decent. It's Android. You got an SD slot. You know, it's fucking amazing. Anyways, I'm blabbering for way too long. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.